Point number two is doing the extra things. And so what do I mean by that? When you're in residency or rotations, the extra things are mental health, going to the gym, keeping up with family, stuff like that. And so let's just make a list here. Mental health, going to the gym, keeping up with family. And so every single person on here, I guarantee, has let one of those things slip at some point in time, myself included. And so what I like to do for these extra things is to always do the minimum effective dose. And I talk about this on another video on the members website, but it literally has held true for all of residency, all of med school up until this day, honestly, is the minimum effective dose is essentially doing what you need to still move forward and not regress in one area of your life while you're focusing on something else. So like while you're, let's say, an M3, you obviously have to go to the hospital. You work crazy long hours. Sometimes you're treated like crap. You're at the bottom of the totem pole, all those kind of things. And so what's the minimum effective dose of studying you need to do? Well, it could be doing your 20 to 40 UWorld questions, no matter what, even if you feel like crap that day, even if you were busy until 8 p.m. in the hospital, whatever it is. But if you don't do that, then you know in the back of your head that you left a little bit on the table. And so if you always check off the minimum effective dose of each of the major categories of your life, then you know that you have done what it takes for that day. You can rest peacefully. And so you need to think of what are the areas of your life that you want to continuously move forward and not regress in. And so I think of it as kind of health, wealth, love, and happiness. Those are my 4 categories. And so I'll write these out here. The 4 categories are health, wealth, love, happiness. Everybody can have different categories. These are just my 4. And so for health, what's the minimum effective dose that I can do for my health, whether it's mental health, physical health, emotional health, those types of things? Those are all subcategories. You have mental, physical, and emotional that fall into here. And so for me, for emotional health, the best thing I can do for that, honestly, is also going to come off of my happiness, which is talking with my family. And so every single day, and my parents know this, my girlfriend knows this, I have a set routine with them. Every single day, no matter what, when I drive home from the hospital, I call my parents. It literally, sometimes it's 3 minutes. Sometimes I'm at the hospital that's 111 seconds down the road, and I'm just not interested in talking much more than that drive. And so sometimes it's literally 3 minutes, but I hit my minimum effective dose for that day. So I feel good about that. And with my girlfriend, the minimum effective dose is at least having dinner together on Zoom every night, because she's up in New Jersey. She's an OB/GYN resident. So obviously I can't see her every day, and our schedules both kind of suck. So the minimum effective dose is having dinner together every night. And then before we go to sleep, we have to say what we're grateful for. 2 things. I talk about this on the onboarding videos. Number 1 is what we're grateful for just in general. So something that happened that day. And then number 2 is what we're grateful for with each other. And it sounds ridiculous, but we've been dating, I don't even know how many years now at this point. It's like 6 years probably. And we have literally done this every single day for 6 years, and we're not allowed to repeat things. So if you do the math on that, that's like 365 times 6 years. That's like 2,000 times, if my mental math is right, that we've done these gratitude moments. And every single night without fail, it's the last thing we do. So that's my minimum effective dose for my relationship. Go into the other categories. So for gym, my minimum effective dose is 15 minutes in the gym. Sounds ridiculous to even make the trip to the gym for 15 minutes, but I guarantee you, if you push yourself hard for 15 minutes every single day, that you've checked that box off. That's good enough, honestly. Like, you're not here trying to be a pro bodybuilder. You're not trying to set some world championship. That's fine. You can focus on that after med school and residency. But for right now, my minimum effective dose to move forward in the gym and not feel horrible health-wise and also subsequently mental-wise is 15 minutes in the gym. Like right now, I just got back from the gym. I did 4 sets of chest press. I did a superset of dumbbell lateral raises with shoulder press with front raises. I did 3 sets of that. That's technically a giant set, not a superset. And then I did 1 more shoulder exercise and I bounced. That was it. I literally was there for like 14, 15 minutes. And so if you can do that super quickly, you don't have to hit your whole body. If you don't have time for it, you can just hit 2 muscle parts, because you know you're going to be there tomorrow for another 15 minutes. If you like doing the whole body workouts, then you can go 3 times a week and kind of split it up, an upper and a lower half exercises, or a front and a back. So chest and back, however you want to do it. Some people do push, pull, legs as their 3 different workouts throughout the week. There's all kinds of ways to split it up, but you have to hit that minimum effective dose. And for some people, it might literally be just going outside in the sun and going for a quick 15-minute jog. Like, that's it. That's good enough for a minimum effective dose. You get your sun exposure, you go to the gym, you feel phenomenal regardless. So that's for your physical health, going to the gym. Talked about going to the gym, keeping up with family, talking with significant other. And then for mental health, what's my minimum effective dose? For me, there's a couple things that go into this. Number one is actually working with you guys. So I don't like to have a lot of stuff that is undone for more than a day or two in terms of reading personal statements, proofreading ERASs, answering your guys' questions. Obviously, sometimes it has to take 48 hours, 72 hours to respond if I'm going through a crazy period like last night. I didn't respond to a single message because I got home after midnight. But generally, I like to clear all my inboxes as fast as possible because I know that you guys are waiting on me for answers. And that's part of like my mental health exercise for myself, is to just keep my inboxes clean and get back to you guys because it's 2 for 1. Helps you guys as well. Another thing is I like to do one thing for personal development each day, no matter how small it is. Sometimes it's literally reading one page out of a book. And that's another thing for my minimum effective dose that I like to do. The book that I currently have that I'm reading one page a day from is The Daily Stoic. It's, I believe, by Ryan Holiday. And it's a book that basically gives you one little paragraph or mini chapter from Stoicism philosophy. And then it has like a paragraph breakdown on it. And that's it. That's like, even on my busiest days, that's like the one little thing that I do for the day. And so depending on where you're at in life, these things will change for your minimum effective doses, but these are kind of the things that are useful for me right now. So think about this, think of your categories, kind of outline a checkbox of what it is that you want to do each day to check that off. And you'll feel that every day is a success. Like basically there's no days where I go to sleep and I feel like I didn't accomplish anything because I just hit that minimum effective dose. And the days where you have more time, like for example, I'm off this weekend. So the whole weekend, literally all I'm going to do, wake up, pound some water, and I'm going to be plugging in all of our content in just the new school website and app. So it's going to be just a total grind fest. And I know that that's my minimum effective dose, or my productivity is going to be super high that day because that's my goal. So you're going to have different levels depending on what your goal is for the day, for the week, for the month, and where you're at in life. But keep that in mind that if you have a metric for yourself, you can never lose.